Daily Show on the Prosper with Laura online podcast with Laura White. How are you, Laura? You know what? It's like so cool when we get to talk marketing together. And you are so knowledgeable when it comes to affiliate marketing. I wish I knew some of the things that it's been from trial and error, right? It doesn't just happen overnight, does it?
No, it doesn't. It took a lot of time to learn all this stuff, but it is absolutely worth it. And I can say that I'm very knowledgeable about it now.
So our topic today, which is I think is really interesting, passive affiliate marketing versus active affiliate marketing. What's the difference?
Ooh. The difference is one's producing and the other one's doing, it's got that passive effect happening right now. So let's take an example. A passive affiliate marketing would be something like doing a blog. You're posting it and then you put affiliate link in it, right? But then you might want to, with the affiliate, you might be going live on social media. So here's one that you produce and you just let it go. And the other one, you actually have to show up live. Here's another example. What about YouTube videos? You do YouTube, it's evergreen content, right? You just people go look at it. If they love it, they're going to binge watch your stuff, right? But affiliate is your DMing conversations. It's you're actually taking the action now where the videos have already happened. Pinterest would be a good one. Pin your links and you do a Pinterest, it's done, it's set. And then people just constantly watch over it. But I might be doing a TikTok reel. I might be doing something where I'm doing a live, but then I'm going to put my link in there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And so in a passive way, you're hoping in a way through
Mhm.
spending all the time creating that content that people are going to take action. And what percentage do you think, or not percentage, what do you see when we talk about passive affiliate marketing, the success rate? It's more about showing it's about creating the content, right? And content that converts, which you teach.
It does. It does. And you know what? I think it involves a lot of different things. Your personality, how great your content is. So here's the thing. As you can see, I'm very animated, I'm charismatic, and it's like I do better with lives. I get more sales doing lives. If I can talk to you, if I can get on a call with you, my closing rate is like about 70, 80%. But when I do lives for whatever platform, I do better there. But then you might have someone that really gets into CapCut and they really make their videos either animated or if you're just sitting here all the time doing a video and you're just monotone, it's not going to do well. But if you're moving around and doing all that kind of stuff, you're going to actually do better. So I can't tell you which one's actually better for different people. I will say most of the time, and especially with me, is when I do a live, like I do a live video. I go live on whatever platform, Facebook or TikTok or YouTube. I do better on that. So it just depends on you, your personality, and the kind of content you make.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure. And active live just works better, right? In a lot
It
of ways.
does because then you can engage with people when they ask questions and stuff. And I really like that. So another way of passive looking at it is focusing on search and research, animation, your emails that you're doing. That's passive versus if I put out a piece of content, focus on personal interaction. That's pretty much the difference between the passive and the affiliate marketing.
So when you talk about active affiliate marketing, it's taking an action that's going to get almost immediate response. Are direct messages a active affiliate marketing in a way?
No, direct messages is it's the attractive one. Yeah, the affiliate one, not the passive. That's more like you've already done a post like Pinterest or
Right.
TikTok or
So
Facebook.
that's
You've already
so
done something.
so that's active
Yeah.
is a DM. So that's more in sales, picking up a phone call versus waiting for somebody to call you. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the fastest way. And you do both, right?
Yes, I absolutely do both. Yes. My biggest platforms are TikTok and FB. I do a little bit on Instagram. Wait, what am I talking about? YouTube. Hello. Yes, TikTok. I have to say my two biggest are TikTok and YouTube. And then my third would be FB. My fourth would be Instagram. I'm hoping to get into the realm where it's posting everywhere. So I'm working on it that this week, but really been big on FB and YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah, it's important to be out there because you never know who's going to see you.
No,
And
it's not.
and you have stories where you would never think somebody finding your affiliate link.
No, it's everywhere. And it's so funny because I'm 62 and when people told me this, because I've been on for, let's see, a year and 2 months. And if you would have told me 2 years, I'm like, "Ah, no, I'm not going on TikTok. No way." But when you realize the benefits and everything that it has to offer, and even YouTube, it just changes everything in your business. It's don't think of age, just go out and do it. It's just like anything. If anybody says that I can't do something, I will prove them wrong. I guess I'm competitive. I'm like, no, I know it can work. And especially it's all about your mindset, but those are huge platforms.
Yeah, they definitely are. And it's getting out there and being present. Because when you're present and you have a brand, people resonate
Mhm.
because they already know you. How many people have saw your lives and then they reached out to you because they felt like they already knew you?
Yes, all the time, all the time. Or they always say, I don't know what. I always think I have such a deep voice. I sound like a guy. When I was growing up, I have four brothers. I used to remember answering the phone and they used to go, "Oh, is this George Bruns' son? One of their sons?" I go, "No, this is their oldest daughter." But I say that to say that I'm like, people always say that my voice is soothing or they really like listening to me. And I'm thinking, it's so deep. But anyway, I don't know. I just love talking to people. But if you would have asked me to do that 10 years ago, I would think you were crazy. I just think outside the box.
You definitely do think outside the box, and that's important because if you
Yeah.
don't, forget about it. And it's being creative too,
Yeah.
especially
Yes.
when you're active. Like, do you prepare before you go live?
No, not really. It just comes natural to me. I actually, Neil, that's so interesting that you say that because I have a friend going, "Oh, I have to plan. I can't just go on. I have to have my notes." I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't do any of that. I don't." I have an idea of a topic like this is John Maxwell. I love this because one of the things that's very important when you go live is you speak about your values. And so John Maxwell gives you like 44 cards. These are all values, but you pick five, and those values are you. So I'll do stuff like this or leadership or whatever, and I'll talk about that topic, and then I'll do a little commercial and talk about what I'm going to sell or what I'm promoting, and then I'll go back to teaching because that's just who I am about teaching. But I say that to say this is I'll pick something, I have my mind on that, and then I just go. I don't have any notes, but that's of 15 years of doing this. It just comes natural to me.
And natural is important.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
It's
for
being
sure.
authentic, being real.
Because being real, not just you say, okay, this is a topic, let's go.
Yeah.
In so many ways. What keeps people? Do you really watch when you first did lives to see how many people were watching and stuff, or you just stayed focused on whoever your audience was?
At the beginning, yes, I worried about who was there, who's staying, who's jumping off. Why are they jumping off? Now I don't care. If one person shows up, which is very rare that it never happens, but if one person showed up, I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to give it my all because you never know who's behind the scenes. Like TikTok, there's so many people, Neil, that have actually called me and says, "I'm ready to join." I don't know who they are. They've never been on my live. They go, "I've been watching behind the scenes." So on TikTok, they can watch you behind the scenes and never show up on your live. So I get that all the time. I guess when I first started coaching like 10 years ago, I did my tea room conference. It was really cool. It was a girl stuff. And there were people that showed up and didn't even know them. I go, "I've been following you for a year. I'm sorry." And, "Oh, great. And have you been interactive?" She goes, "No, I don't interact. I don't do anything, but I've been following you and I'm so glad to be here on your tea conference or whatever." So you just never know who's listening. So every time you show up, every time you do a post, every time you do a reel, be your authentic self and show up like there's 1,000 people there.
And that's a great point. I remember that in pro wrestling. If there was a crowd of 50 people or 10,000, I would always perform the same. And on Clubhouse, I did that where I'd have
Yeah.
some rooms 300 people and some rooms there was only seven. But out of those seven, one of them ended up becoming a sale. So you never know. It cracked me up saying, I'm not going to come in a room and there's only 20 people. I'm like, dude,
No,
would you speak in a group of five? Absolutely. Because we're here to perform and we never know
I
who
know.
that performance and that person is. Hey, Neil, I listen to your show all the time. I didn't know you listened to it. And they cut a deal. And I've been watching you for the last 7 years. So I really know you're the man to take this position.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Okay. Cause you don't think about it. You just say,
No.
okay, I have an audience, but you don't. put faces, people to faces. And what do you mean about TikTok? I'm still confused about this. And this is the me still not. I'm going to explore TikTok more and more because I'm going to be doing a lot of lives for my
Right.
clients, being
Right.
like their spokesperson because I know how to build their followers and get the right people and then go live. What do you when you get on first and you see that number 3 or that number 4
Mhm.
in the right hand corner? That is who is considered the people live right then and there. Even though they
Yes, they're
say,
live with you. They're
even though you
watching.
see all these people check in, they drop
Yeah.
off fast. Is that just a quick drop off? I don't
Yeah,
think
they
it's
just they like, what is her topic about? What is she talking about? And a lot of times, if I'm outside, I do a lot of my lives outside on my stand. So they see that. And sometimes I'll walk around, they'll stay on longer. What is she talking about? It's intrigued. Yes, they'll sometimes, a lot of, even at the end, you can go back on TikTok and find out who showed up and how long they stayed on.
right.
And
Absolutely.
you'll get quite a few that just stay on like a minute or so, but you just don't care. You just show up. But I will tell you, if it gets down to 10 or something or 5, I just jump off. I'll say, okay, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go on later tonight or whatever. But right now, I've just been on so long that doesn't happen. But yes, it'll show you how many people. Doesn't show you how many people behind the scenes are watching, but it'll show how many people are jumping in and how many people are staying on the top
So
corner.
that's the live up in the top. Okay. I'm just trying to figure that out. But why are you see all these people checking in on the other side that while you only see this many on top?
You don't know who's behind the scene at
They
all.
show a check-in. There's a check-in spot right here where I see everyone checking in that's live there, and I'm trying to interact in the comment section while saying, "Hey, make sure anytime anyone's commenting to make sure you're liking their stuff and making sure you're staying active." Because I remember the days of Facebook, because
Yeah.
it was really good on Facebook Lives till
Yeah.
it died,
Yeah.
which
I
I'm
know. I know.
because Facebook was a better platform for live than TikTok in a way, meaning the way it first developed, if they could have measured anything, the way you can interact in the
Yeah.
chat, TikTok's not beating that chat. I don't think they have.
No, seriously? No,
I
what about
think
Instagram?
Facebook,
What do you think about Instagram?
Instagram lives, I don't know if it still beats Facebook, the real Facebook that just died. And then you think about all the different channels going live all at the same time. It's like live FOMO has disappeared and the only place
Yeah.
left is TikTok. And I've said this before about places like when you're looking at the algorithm on Clubhouse or different things. Now I'm hearing people, I'm on Twitter Spaces. I'm like, there's too many platforms and I
Yeah,
don't
too
even
many
know.
blind. I'm just sticking to TikTok. I'm just
Yeah,
sticking to
you got to
TikTok.
stick to
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
But so I'm just trying to say, so I've done lives where I've done 700 views in about 30 minutes, but I don't get that many live on the top. So that'd be interesting to look at. I guess you could go back and connect with a lot of them. Do you go
Oh
back
yeah, I
and
do. Oh my gosh, that meal is
and
so
then
important. Listen, that's where I've gotten my sales because I'll go back once you finish. It'll show how many people were on there, how long they stayed, who gave you gifts, and all that stuff. And the ones that were on the whole time, I haven't been following them or whatever. You could follow them or not. I don't necessarily follow anybody, but I always give a message. And here's what I say: Thanks for being on my live today. And then I'll say, let me know if you have any questions. Or if they engaged at all, say, hey, thanks for being on my live today. I noticed you asked a lot of questions. Would you like me to send you the information? Boom, I get sales that way. So interact with the people that stayed on long or that asked some questions. And when like a year ago, I wasn't doing that. It makes all, I see the comparison makes a big difference.
how many people come back each week when you go live? You see,
Oh, it's just different. When I was very consistent at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, there were consistently, I don't know, 10 to 20 people that showed up all the time, but I don't want the same people that are following me that already have my program. I want new people. But that's why you schedule your lives. That's why you schedule lives, let people know what you're talking about, what kind of content you're going to give, and what results you're helping them to get to come on your live.
got it. And what do you say? How long does it take to build a live if you're concerned about doing a live?
If you want to build your live, you should have a moderator that's clicking that heart button because every time you get to 1,000, it pushes it out. You get to 2,000, the algorithm pushes it out, and your moderator should be engaging. If you want to grow quick and fast and you want to get a lot of people on, that's a great way to do it is to have a moderator.
And that means two people logged in the same time, right?
No, a moderator is someone that you have given permission or not. You don't have to. And they're on there and they're just pounding that screen, getting you hearts.
Okay.
It's hearts. It's hearts. It's hearts and gifts.
And that grew pretty fast for you. So I think that people
Yes.
would look at Again, this is the home shopping network, the newest home shopping network, TikTok. So I think that if you're looking at how do you sell your affiliates live, this is going to be interesting, especially if you have an affiliate product. How do you go in and provide a live that gets people to take action? What if they have a book? What do you do in lives? And we should talk about that next week.
Yeah, definitely.
All
Next
right.
week. Oh,
All
stay
right.
tuned.
All right. Best place to go.
Is Laura at laurawhite360.com. Contact me and I would love to have a conversation with you.
All right. That was a special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the Prosper with Laura online podcast, guys. Take care.